if a man is in a position where his whole life revolves around his mother, and he does what he can to please her and to take care of her needs, and he neglects most of his own needs, and his own life is greatly diminished because of this. It is, of course, going to be very difficult for him to handle it when his mother passes on. And of course, this will be something that is difficult for any man, no matter what kind of, or most men, no matter what kind of relationship they will have with their mother. But of course, if a man for so long has seen his mother as the centre of his world, when she passes on, it's going to be very tough. And so after this has happened, he can experience a lot of loss, and he can feel lost. And at this point, he can often end up being depressed, with this being a way for him to manage how he feels. And he could either reach out for support, perhaps he could see his doctor and end up being put on medication or having counselling. And this could be something that someone in his life could recommend, or he can end up going deep inside himself and end up isolating himself. So it is going to be very tough for him. And of course, if a man in this position doesn't realise that he is living in the wrong way, and this is just what is normal, then there will be no reason for him to really look deeper and to look into why he is behaving in this way. And so just having counselling or medication can be about as good as it can get for him. And at this point, he could not just be experiencing grief and loss, it could be as though he is swimming in grief and loss. And so on the outside he will be on ground, but deep down within him it can be as though he has fallen into a hole, and he can be in a very, very low place. Because although he won't realise this, not only will he be dealing with the loss of his mother, he will also be dealing with all the loss that he experienced throughout his early years. And this would have most likely been a time when his mother used him to meet some of her adult and unmet childhood needs, so he will have had a childhood full of loss. He won't have developed the ability to handle his emotions and to grieve a loss and then to gradually live his life again. He will have just had to have sat and to be overwhelmed by his feelings, or to disconnect, because he wouldn't have had the attunement that he needed or received the nutrients that he needed to emotionally grow up and to develop in the right way. So it's then not going to be a surprise that now his mother has passed on. He will be in a very bad way. And as the weeks and months and years go by, during this time he could do his best to just keep it together and to, apart from being there for his mother, he could try to carry on as normal. And he might not have the need nor the desire to be in a relationship. Part of him could even believe that one day his mother will return. And this can be seen as a defence that his mind will use to keep some of his pain at bay. And he can feel as though if he was to start a relationship, he would be being disloyal. And so he can experience a lot of guilt and shame. And what this will show is that even though his mother is no longer around, his mother now lives inside him. And so he will be oppressed, punished and controlled by this inner mother. And so now he will be able to freely express his needs and to live his own life, because his mother won't be there to punish, disapprove of and or abandon him. But even though this is the case, the mother that is within him will be there to keep him in line. And so first he would have identified with his mother, and then his mother would have been introjected, so internalized, And the other part of this is that he can also project his mother onto other people. And so now he will be free, but due to his inner mother, he will continue to be controlled, and he won't be able to live his own life. And because of this, because it can still seem to him as though his mother is there with him and she hasn't actually left, unless he is able to see that this is not the case, unless he is able to wake up even a small part of him and he believes that his life can be different, that he has hope, then he may stay this way until his last breath, because he will continue, as I've said, to be kept in line by his inner mother. So hopefully a man in this position is able to wake up and to see that life can be different, so he can start to work through his pain and to see that his mother is not coming back, and to drop these defences and to change his inner mother, so he can create a new inner mother, a new relationship with his own feminine aspect, and he can start to develop his masculine aspect, so he can start to change his life, to take action and to live a life that is worth living. So if you're a man and you can relate to this, then you may need to reach out for external support so that you can gradually change your life, because you are here to live your own life and to live a great life. You're not here just to make up the numbers. So please reach out for the assistance that you need to gradually change your life. To find out more about the services that I offer and how I can assist you on your journey, go to www.oliverjrcooper.co.uk or email me at info@oliverjrcooper.co.uk. I'm looking forward to assisting you on your journey.